Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. I hope that you guys are doing well. My name is ASTRAEA Love. For those of you that are new, and I'm here to give you guys a reading. Okay, so I'm just going to save this because this keeps coming up. It says, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." And that's Isaiah 43:19. God will make a way for you, you guys. Okay, so please make sure you're familiar with my legal disclaimer. It's in the description box below. Also, there is a link to my other platform where I do tarot card readings specifically on that platform. So make sure that you guys click on that link and it'll take you to the other platform. And then that way you can subscribe over there as well. Okay, remember the subscription is free. So I'm kind of doing a promotion right now that if you subscribe to the platform, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, that you can send in one question and I'll do my best to address your question. Okay. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing for a promotion to build us up a really strong, close-knit community in spirit and then in the physical, you guys. So that's kind of my gift to you guys for joining the platform and everything like that. So, all right, now we'll get into the legal stuff. So by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself and with any of the information being channeled. Be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes shadow banning, plagiarism, or the copywriting of these messages. Anything or everything said on this platform is copyrighted, so don't steal messages from the Most High. Okay, now we're going to do the prayer. So I'm always praying all of these things, but I know that you guys don't want to go through like an hour of prayer like I do. Okay, so I'm just summarizing it. Hey, welcome in, Lilith. I hope I am definitely feeling better today. Thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, we're going to summarize it. So I'm calling upon God's favor to give us the full armor of God for protection. I'm also calling upon Archangel Michael, and I ask that he block out any evil or anyone that would try to negatively impact or influence this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and I pray for all of my subscribers. Okay, I'm calling upon your favor and asking for the full armor, all of the armor, you guys, moving up. This is so good. I'm so excited. And I'm also eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for creating miracles and healing the sick. In your holy name, Lord my God, I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence, and I meditate upon your divine will. And if you have any messages for the collective specifically, I am all ears, Spirit. I also invite my higher self and everybody else's higher self to this reading. So I really love these cards because they match the background, like my background. But okay, so right now I wanted to do just like a check-in on everybody's career situation. Like because I feel something coming in for May. There may be a lot of job opportunities. Oh, you know what? You're awesome. Just you guys being there for me was awesome. I was just so like messed up from the moon magic, but I got better. The good thing is that rest, prayer, relaxation, all that stuff actually does work. And so, but you know, it is what it is. Some days are just not the best days, but it makes me very grateful when days are better for sure. So this is a good sign. This moving up, see how she's looking up. Wow, my right ear just started ringing. So that is confirmation. I'm definitely getting a download right now about this career on the rise. New offers and opportunities. Wow. Yeah, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Okay, so this just popped out. Okay, so we have a salary increase. This could be an increase at the job you have, or this could be gaining another avenue of income. I'm seeing something home-based. So you could even create a product from your home, or you could be called to do that. This also says that changing your environment may change, like, the I said limits on income is what I just heard. It says home is the harbor of the soul. It can be this, it's the safest place that you can be. Change your environment. So you may want to actually, what I'm feeling is like do a perimeter walk of your home and just look to see if there's any spots around your house that you feel like need to be blessed or need extra. Okay, so what I do is I use like black salt, and you can make black salt by taking charcoal, like any type of charcoal powder, adding it to regular salt. And then I will put it around the house, but I also burn herbs. And so, like, the broken down, like, ashes of the herbs that are sacred and have like holy oils in them, I also turn that into like the salt, right? And then I'll use that salt and I'll go around the perimeter, and any places where I feel like, first of all, any spots where you have bugs, okay? Bugs are not, anytime you have insects, it's talking about a monitoring spirit. And I don't care what the type of bug is, unless we're dealing with ladybugs and butterflies, then yes, I am taking personal questions today. If you're dealing with ladybugs and butterflies, I'm not talking about those bugs. I'm talking about invasive bugs like ants, flies, mosquito, right? Anyways, definitely yes, you can definitely send the question in through the chat. So when you do this perimeter walk, basically, if you see that there's any ants coming out of anywhere, put that salt mixture. Yeah, you can go ahead and send it right now. Put that salt mixture in those areas and just do a blessing on your home and your property. Again, you never know what actually happened before you lived there, right? So we also have the fruits of labor. It's time to reap the fruits of your labor and become rich. So yeah, this is good stuff. So yeah, you can ask the question whenever you want, Domini. Hopefully I said that right. Resources. Look at this. Be grateful for what you have and save something for the future. You guys are very resourceful at this time. Okay, you've contacted your friend Tiara. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Okay. Oh, you're planning on having somebody. Oh, I did. Okay, good. You're planning on having somebody intervene. Okay. So now see her. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. Is that a masculine energy? Okay. Okay. Thank you. This is exactly the situation that I was seeing. So I was wondering if this was that situation. Okay. So TR is going to try to intervene. Yeah, you're a trans woman now. Let me pull out the twin flame. See, I'm getting that the timing is off right now, because I was getting that something may clear in the future. You know, it was going to be like 6 months or something, and something was going to shift. Because I feel like, he's kind of stuck in that delusion. I was actually talking to somebody about this situation the other day, and how God views it as like being true to yourself, right? So again, the religions don't have, not every religion, like, I think religions have a sliver of truth, but again, like, anybody that goes to God is going to, yeah, don't the wheels need to be turned into completion? Well, that is exactly it's like this old cycle though, but there's a lot of people going through this cycle. But yeah, they do need to be turned into completion. But so thank you, Lilith, because that was very insightful. I do feel like going through the transition, again, like God is saying, be who you truly are on the inside, and what you see on the outside, you'll end up loving, because when you can love yourself. See, 7 of Cups, choices and indecision, opportunity, fantasy, and illusions. Okay, so there is a level of illusion and a level of fantasy going on here. The 7 of Cups, like, in the tarot has different cups with different illusions, right? I'm getting that it may help to have this person intervene, but it's still going to be throwing that choice in front of what's his name, Siahir's. Like, it's basically throwing that choice in front of him and making him look at his own shadow. So that's when you get people that basically, because I do feel that there is a love there, like, definitely. And again, the other person that I talked to this about is also a psychic, like, professionally, and I know them very, very well. And again, I never ever tell people's business. I don't ever say screen names or nothing like that. I just say somebody, we're talking about this, and that helps me gain another perspective. But again, you're being true to yourself, but he's rejecting a part of himself. That's kind of where the illusion comes in, you know? Yeah, I hope that he does confess that to her as well, but it's really putting the spot on him where I don't feel like he's ready to confess that. And as far as, like, this person's parents really, really look down on this situation. Does that make sense? Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think when the full transformation, like when your full transformation is done and you have the parts of a woman, it's going to make a difference. But still, if this is a man that is attracted to men, like I said, and he's basically in a relationship only with a woman, and he can barely have sex with her. So that part, again, that's the part of the illusion here. And that, it's like, it just makes me sad that people can't just remove the gender thing, and because the way you're looking at it is that you are attracted to somebody's soul. Yeah, you can't force someone to go through the motions that need to happen naturally. Yeah, that's exactly why you don't want to push the matter. And these things do take time. Just think about how much time it took you to really figure out that you wanted to be a woman, and that the body that you came in, you basically, yeah, he is on and off with her and not happy with her. No, like, I'm telling you, when it comes to having sex with this woman, it is like he can't do it. And it's not because he has erectile dysfunction. I'm not picking up on that at all. And so that's what I'm saying, is that I really do feel like he would be, he's the type of person that wants to have that cover relationship while they do the stuff behind the scenes and actually have a real lover. Because, like, he has when I say real love, I mean, like, he really has see that heart right there? He really has actual feelings. This other person, he does not have feelings for like that. So do I feel like, so this is the question, does he know Tiara that well to be open with her? Because, like I said, I feel like he's very much rejecting his shadow. Knight of Wands, impulsive and immature, hot-tempered. It's this hot-temperedness, rebellious and charming. He is close with her. Okay. So, he may not confess it right away, but eventually he will confess it. And the most important thing is that he confesses it to you. But again, you also, Damini, might have somebody coming into your life that isn't going to want to have this prop up relationship. It's literally to convince his parents, like literally, this is about religion and parents, which I understand, because again, people can be very judgmental. But I'm getting that there is a reality where he does admit it to Tiara, but it may not be right when you intervene. It may be down in the future. I don't know if they talk about their sex lives or anything like that. But this Knight of Wands energy shows me the temperament that he's in right now. He's kind of, he's being very this person is extremely charming. There is something about his energy that's like divine. So I want to see the world completion. Oh my gosh, Lilith, what were you just saying? You were literally just saying completion, changing cycles, achievement. So yeah, like this is something that's possibly going to work out, in the future. I just get that right now his mentality is still he's trying to hide who he is, if that makes sense. But you can't control love, man. I tell you what, when you have love for somebody and you just love them, like it's like I would consider myself to be a soul sexual because I prefer people based on their soul, not their gender. And so yeah, I agree with Lilith. I feel like interfering with this process will definitely backfire. So that's why I would maybe not, because basically right now he's going, just like Lilith was saying, he's going through a cycle of completion. And so it's like he has to basically have a transformation, and he's rejecting his shadow. So that's the one thing he doesn't want. Yeah, I would wait for some time because that's the one thing that he doesn't want to look at is basically his own self and his shadow. But this person, I do pick up that they have a divine being either with them or they are a reincarnated divine being. And so their sex is very healing, like in ways that I can't even describe. So I feel like that divine part of him may very well be the thing that shifts him in the future. Yeah, I would definitely wait. I think now is a bit too soon, especially because he really feels like he has a lot that he has to prove to other people. And I feel like society is like definitely putting okay, first of all, this person's family, they expect marriage and a child. That's their specifics, right? And so I feel like, children may not be in this man's destiny. But he doesn't know that yet. Or at least maybe genetically, and that's just kind of what I'm getting, because I'm getting that this person is like on the DL. They're just on the very down low about it. And I don't feel like this person is sexually, he's like trying to figure out where he needs to go and what he needs to do. So I feel like the sexual encounters he's tried to have with this other woman, they're not working out right. Like it's just not working. And so he's being faced with having to look at his shadow right now. So throwing his shadow right into his face would be very traumatizing for him. And so I feel like, yeah, giving him the space to go through this change, but also not keeping yourself closed off to having just this person, because there may be, you may end up meeting somebody, flirting with them, going out on a date with them and kissing them or something. Like I'm literally seeing something like that. And so it sounds rough, but he needs to go through the explosion for him to make different choices. I freaking love you, Lilith. This is absolutely it. That's exactly it. It's like, the calm before the storm. It's like if you pull him in before the explosion, he'll be against you because he'll think that it was your doing, which again, it's not. This is something that's coming from within him, right? And it'll bring you guys nowhere but further. And that's absolute truth. Thank you so much. Because I really feel like this person does have love for you. With this 7 of Cups, he needs to realize that this love for you that he has is not an illusion. And the second thing he's going to realize is that he loves you no matter what your gender is. That's what you need. You need somebody that loves you. Yeah. But also while you're waiting, still live life, still go out and have experiences. You know what I'm saying? Still meet with people. Like, don't just close yourself off. Because I get that you can do that you do that every once in a while. Yeah, what things will happen with that girl? Trust me, nothing. Like, he's going to realize that this is not the type of life that he wants to live, right? Well, he definitely, he doesn't even feel like he could love any type of woman. And he looks at this person maybe like a girl, but he doesn't feel like he could love any type of woman the same way that he could love a man. That's just something he has developed within himself, right? But yeah, he's going through like literally completion cycles. So again, everything's set up on a cycle. But he is this emperor energy. It's just right now he's the Knight of Wands because he's just still figuring out himself, basically. Yeah. Women definitely do not chase men. Well, actually, I'll take that back. Some women are crazy as hell and they do chase men, and these men keep running away from these women. But real divine feminines do not chase after men, they attract men. And so, yeah. But the thing is that this is a man that's on the down low. So you being 100% like a woman may not be, well, I do feel like you are going to fulfill. This is something on a soul level that you're going to fulfill with him. But he's still attracted to the masculine aspect as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's really struggling with, is that same polarity attraction. And I feel like that is definitely part of his shadow that he's not looked at. So this world card is going to force him to face his shadow. And then by doing that, it's going to turn him into the emperor. And you want to be with him when he's in the emperor mode. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, as far as copying a feminine or anything like that, I would stay the way that you naturally are, because when you interact with him again in the future, he's going to feel better about it. Yeah, there's going to be something that because again, that female, out of all the cards that I pulled so far, has not even showed up. It's been Knight of Wands and Emperor, which is two masculine energies. So again, as far as this reading goes, she hasn't even, yeah, when he is an emperor, which is because after he goes through this change, you know, after he goes through this change, he will become an emperor, which is the divine masculine, you know. Okay, Lauren. Yes, please send. Okay, hey, hun, can I have a look at work, love, and home life general to see? Okay, let's look at that. Work, home, and love. Okay. We're going to use the Guardian Angel Tarot. I love these like themed tarot decks. Some of them, like, it's so hard to choose which ones are going to be the best ones, but seriously, some of these work so good. Like, I just really feel like I'm understanding and getting the themed tarot. You're very welcome, and God bless you. You're doing so good. I appreciate you guys as well. Okay, so let's see. Let's cut the deck. So I am already picking up on a lot of positive energy that is swirling around your home right now. Okay. I don't know if you live on a vortex or what this is. Do you know if you live on a vortex, Lauren? Page of Air, truthful, analytical, outspoken. This is your overall energy. I do feel like you may be like a whistleblower or a truth teller. Do people come to you and tell you their problems? Because I feel like people may be asking you for like what your opinion is on stuff. And I really feel like you have great advice, you know? So yeah, continue to be outspoken because your opinion is greatly, greatly valued. Like literally, you give advice to people that help them realize what's going on within themselves. So you could be feeling, though, right now, I feel like, I don't know if you have a lot of children or what this is, but I am feeling this overworked energy where you may be feeling like a big weight. What is this weight on your shoulders? Overworked, stressed, and imbalanced. This may be the energy overall that you're feeling in your home. But even with this energy, I'm still feeling that's a swirling vortex. It's like seriously a vortex or something. It's not a portal, but it's there to help you elevate your energy right now. Also, you have guardian angels that are protecting you on all sides. I feel like you may end up cleaning your house and finding something that you completely forgot about. And you're going to be really happy to discover this object again. Look at this. 9 of Waters, wishes, dreams, and happiness. So basically the stress is surrounding the balance between like home life, work life, and spiritual life, right? Because you're obviously doing something, whether you're knowingly doing it or unknowingly doing it, you are doing something that's benefiting your energy right now. Like this vortex that's around you is helping you manifest very quickly. And I also feel like anytime that you use your tongue like a weapon to speak the truth, but it's not intentionally to hurt people, it's to enlighten them. And I feel like that's one of your best traits. Literally, it's like a superpower. Yeah, look at this 3 of fire. Your 3 of fire, your ships are coming in. So whatever you have planned on is going to work out. I don't know if you're planning a vacation, but I'm getting that taking just a little break, may help. Also, if you're feeling overwhelmed with these day-to-day chores and like all of this mess and stuff, you do have positive energy surrounding your home. You could very well ask a friend to help you with the clutter or something like that. Okay, because I am getting that you just are feeling a little bit overwhelmed, but I do see that you have the vision right here. You've got the vision to make your wishes and dreams come true. So, yeah, Ace of Air, inspiration, communication, adjustments. I keep seeing children. I think that I'm doing well, you guys. I hope that everybody's doing good coming into the chat. I'm picking up that maybe you're either going to have a lot of children. I mean, there is something here about children. You also maybe having communications with the spiritual realm at this time that you're not aware of, because I do feel like you get downloads. You get downloads about what your dreams are and how to achieve them. So I really like that. I'm just seeing in the future a full house. And there may be something significant about the TV show Full House. Look at this, the sun, success, recognition, and enthusiasm. So yeah, you are being recognized as a truth speaker at this time and as a person of a great importance. So you are very important to the spiritual realm and to the physical. So this 5 of water, disappointment, regret, and forgiveness. Remember, especially when it comes to messy situations, that you don't have to clean everything up on your own, and never cry over spilt milk. The things that have already happened that are in the past are in the past, right? You are going through a cycle of renewal right now that's going to bring you into the energy where you're just have self-evaluated. You're in the energy of rebirth and you're going through a transformation. That's why it feels chaotic with the overwork, stressed, and imbalance. Also, again, don't take on, if you work with people in any type of way where they want you to take on their weight or their work, I would say that they need to do their own work or whatever. Because there is somebody that wants you to carry them through life. Lauren, I don't know who this person is to you. They literally want you to carry them through life. And yes, you are here to be of an inspiration and a guide to others, but it's not your job to carry people through life, even your own children or your family members or whatever. I don't know who this person is to you or if you work with them, but yeah. Okay, so Jivitha, hopefully I said that right. Okay. If I didn't say that name right, I apologize, but I am going to look at that. Okay. So since I don't know what this crush's name is, we're just going to call this person Crush. I'm just going to name them Crush. Okay, let's see. So right off the bat, I get that whoever this person is that you have a crush on, they're going through some type of self-worth issue. I mean, that's really sticking out to me. So let's see. Thank you so much, Lilith. Look at this, home and reunion, stability and belonging celebrations. I don't know if somebody's going to have a birthday party or whatever this celebration is, but there may be an event that you could actually invite this crush to. Also, is this somebody that you know in real life, or is this somebody on the internet? Because that also makes a difference. Like if this is a crush that you have on the internet, then you have to be creative on how you're going to meet up, right? But if this is somebody that you like go to school with or then that's going to be easier to go to this event. It could even be something like going to a concert, going home. I don't know why I keep hearing going home, but going to a concert. Oh, this person may be your home when you feel When you feel the energy with this person, it makes the feeling of home. That's what it is. Okay, let's see. Knight of Swords, assertive and impatient, direct and daring, ambitious and motivated. So I definitely feel like this is maybe the energy of the crush. Which Knight of Swords, again, knights are not the highest in the deck, but they are usually younger people. This person could be like, I don't know what their zodiac is, but I get that they might have Aries highly aspect in their chart. They make really quick decisions, sometimes rash decisions, but I do feel like there is, you know, some type of past life connection with this person, and this person feels that. Again, they're very protective of their energy. Ace of Cups, look at this, new love and feelings, emotional awakening. This person could literally, you know, we have in our chakras, this is like a lotus flower. We have in our chakras lotuses, and he could be having, you know, his lotuses literally be awakening right now. And this new love that's coming in, I mean, I like it. This person's very motivated. They could be very into like physical fitness or something, or like you're very welcome, Lauren. I hope that that helped. Yeah, this person could be into physical fitness, working out. They could like to be outside a lot. See the Devil. So with this new love, I hate to say this, but it's true. New levels cause new devils, right? The Devil card just came out, which means that this person may have some obsessive traits. Okay. Definitely. I'm just going to warn everybody on when you have a crush, do not do spells on them. Okay. This is like the year of anytime somebody does a spell, it's going to backfire if it's not done with the right intention in the right way, or with God. Like if you were to cast magic working with the Most High God, it would be the most effective shit in the world. But again, then you wouldn't need entities and all this lower vibing crap. But that, and so that's what I consider people that do magic, that use herbs and stuff to heal. I consider those people to be healers, not so much witches. The witches, where that vibe comes in, is people that have spiritual abilities, but they abuse them, or they try to take away people's free will or push it or whatever. I know there's a lot of people on TikTok talk about, oh, just do this sweetener jar. Okay, I'm just warning you guys. Don't do it. I know it seems tempting, like, oh, but again, first of all, I'm going to tell you that if somebody doesn't love you authentically, you don't want to be with that person. You really don't want, like, you're not desperate for love in the type of way where you're going to try to force somebody to love you so that you can be loved. You don't need to do that. Divine feminines don't do that. They attract, they don't chase. And we also don't do crazy manipulative shit like witchcraft on people. We use herbs to heal people and we help people. But again, putting people under spells and stuff, it's just, it seems really appealing, but like I said, if you're not doing it with the Most High God, then it could be very dangerous. And so I'm just, anytime I get that, oh, okay, you may want to, just warning, because the devil energy feels like literally that temptation, you know, that comes in, that tempts people to want to either put people under spells or whatever, you know. But I do feel like this person does have some type of emotional base from you. It is coming from another lifetime, but this person is also young. So 6 of Pentacles, this person may be very generous, or you may be very generous. Support and sharing, giving and receiving, fairness and gratitude. So yeah, I get that there is something mutual with this Knight of Swords guy. So, okay. Now, Girl Gone would like a reading. Okay, Girl Gone, if you have a question, I will go ahead and address that. It usually helps to know what area of life, but I can always look at chakras. And I'm definitely getting that there's something going on with relationships, or there has been something going on with relationships. So let's see. Who walks with you through life? There you go. Okay. Well, you definitely have angelic assistance, okay? But you also have, so when I talk about spirit guides, I'll let you guys know that you have had many, many lifetimes, probably too many to count. And the thing is that they're not always on earth, and a lot of the times, this is why when you connect with your higher self, you can gain access to all of the gifts from these lifetimes and all of the lessons. But you have spirit guides that are of the dark. And again, darkness is not negative, it's just a contrast to the light. And you also have spirit guides that are of the light. And so the ones that are, you have demons that protect you, right? And again, the word demon, when they're on your side, it's not a problem. And I could generally say that because you do have both. You have angels and demons. You have light and dark, which means that you're a soul that's very old, that you've basically experienced a lot of lifetimes where you've been in the dark, even being like a dark fairy. That's still not negative. That's just the opposite of the light. And again, you could look at Star Wars and see that people do things for the light that are negative, and people do things for the dark that are positive and negative. So it's, again, like the polarity thing really trips people up. But yeah, you're definitely like connected above and you're connected below, not only on the earth, but you have connections in the underworld. Yeah, you've got Erishkigal that would like literally take somebody's life if they came for you. Yeah, the dark ones that you're seeing are not bad. I'm not picking up on any. They're very protective of you. In fact, they're the ones that are returning whatever this energy that's being sent to you. I'm definitely picking up on something being sent to you, and the reason God's allowing this to go through is so that you awaken, because you have gifts and abilities, girl gone. You got some intuition, and then you also have gifts like you could possibly move objects with your mind if you tried. Look at this. You're going through an adjustment right now. Yeah, you did feel, yeah, I do feel like there is some type of dark person or being that's sending you this energy. And I feel like, you know, I don't feel like this energy is, yeah, you're very gifted. It's because you're gifted that somebody, yeah, embrace it. It's because you're so gifted that somebody is trying to send this energy to you. They want that energy for themselves, but they don't understand that it's not possible. Basically, stealing somebody's gifts and destiny and shit, it's not possible. There's no bippity boppity boop magic that exists that can do that, right? Queen of Cups, look at this. Your cup overflows. Yeah, you have great intuition. You're also very empathic. And so that's, always listen to your first gut feeling, because literally you will never be wrong when you listen to your first like impression or your first interpretation, basically. Because sometimes we'll second guess ourselves and then end up, okay, well, when I met that person, I had a bad feeling. But then basically, if we don't listen to it, we do ourselves a disservice. So you're definitely defeating something at this time. And I feel like it's this energy that's being sent to you. You know how to alchemize. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, definitely you don't need to feel bad, is what I'm getting. You may have somebody that's jealous about your gifts, but other than them being jealous, they can't really do anything about it. So, welcome in, Note Coito. Okay, awesome. But yeah, continue to use your abilities to tap in and connect with spirit, because you are being led to, basically, an adjustment is part of your ascension. You're also a nurturer and you heal other people. Your words heal other people. Your insight does. So continue to work with this power that you have. Like I said, you can move objects with your mind. You just don't know that you can. Maybe you had a dream, girl gone, that at some point that you could move objects with your mind or something. That was letting you know. Oh, you have no clue about your username. Your gamer son is Goofy. That is so funny. Oh, that's cute. Well, welcome in, Amy. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah, continue to use this power. When you got superpowers, you might as well use it. Okay. So let's see. What is your question? Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad that you guys are understanding what I'm saying. I'm seeing happiness here. This is great. This is great. Okay. Did anybody else have a question? No, you're totally good, Lilith. Thank you. It really helps me stay on track. So I can use your light in the dark. And yes. Yeah, absolutely. Look at it this way. Like the darkness that you have basically makes your light shine brighter. So yeah. Okay. Huncho. You want just a general reading? Or is there anything specific? Okay, we spoke about the girl Jamila and the cult she worked with to come up against you last time. Okay, well, let's see what's in your energy now. Because I do feel like something shifted there. Look at this, abundance. Yes, you've been protected from their spell work. This is exactly what I'm saying. Something's definitely shifted. Abundance coming out first off, swiftness. So whatever you're doing to protect your energy, continue doing that. It's working really well. And also, I feel like somebody's been put down. They can't use their gifts anymore. Whoever this person was that was working against you lost their abilities. They could be trying to, yeah, they lost their abilities to you for sure. This Prince of Discs. I do feel like you've gained a new talent within the last 24 hours. I mean, seriously, this person's work has backfired. So good job. Again, when you're close to God and you're in your North Node and you're working on your divine life purpose and you're acting in love, like anything that gets sent at you, because again, spell work is like this. People are basically taking spaghetti and throwing it at the wall just to see what sticks. And they don't know. You can always try to control the energy you send out with spells or whatever, but you can't really control the way it comes back to you. You're about to receive some very good karma for not retaliating against these people, if that makes sense. And I'm so sorry. I don't know what SMHH is. There's like a lot of abbreviations that I don't know what they mean. But yeah, this love that you have, yes, you went through that battle for sure, for sure. And it's, helped you awaken. Yeah. It's literally helped you awaken though, because now you know that love is the greater energy and you have, look at this, love and dominion. Yes. Love is the more powerful energy. Welcome in, Kiki Law. I hope that you guys are having a good day. So yeah, again, this is just spirit reiterating that love is the more powerful, energy. It's the more powerful everything, state of being, state of thinking. It's the more powerful energy. And it's not only because it's more powerful, it's higher vibrational than anything that's dark. And so, yeah, I feel like you guys are learning this. All of you guys are learning about how love is tied into abundance and how swiftly, look at this, the Chariot. This is a very fast moving energy with swiftness. Yeah, you're getting justice for sure. Oh, shake my head. That's what it sounds. Okay, I get it. I got you. Okay. Yeah. This Chariot energy also could have been people that were attached to this group. I feel like they're seeing things in a different light now. It's almost like when this witch's gifts were turned off, all of the things that she was doing kind of stopped. That's why I feel such a turnaround. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So yeah. So keep moving forward though. You're doing really good. And whatever you're doing to cleanse yourself, Huncho. Yes. This is working. And the fact that you love yourself, again, a lot of spell work will simply not take hold because you love yourself. Like literally, it can be that little thing of you loving yourself. Okay. Her husband worked with her as well. Yeah. Yeah. I don't feel like they're following you around anymore. And literally whatever police were conspiring with these people are looking at you in a different light right now. They're like, wow, what in the hell? Okay. Okay. So Okay. What is the next question? Oh, specific to your mom. Okay. That's right. Let me locate your mother. Have you had a dream about your mother? You're welcome, Huncho. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up on your mom, but she needs to be crossed over. She didn't cross over. I feel like she's been in your energy, but she goes and she comes back, but I don't know where this other place is that she's going to. So let's see here. I feel like what we need to do is cross her over. Seriously. She's kind of angry. I don't know what she's mad about though. So once she's crossed over, it doesn't change who they were, right? But like it makes it better in some type of way. Okay. Okay. Now she can come back actually in a better space. So it was like whatever state that she passed away in, she was basically stuck in that. She just passed in April. Okay. Yeah, definitely. And so again, you guys, when you have a loved one that passes away, if you don't have dreams about them, like coming from the light, or even just dreams about them talking to you or interacting with you, like that's always a bad sign if you don't have, and if you try to find them in the spirit, their energy, and you can't find them, that's always a bad sign. So yeah, so that was exactly your feeling. You felt like she was unsettled. I exactly felt like that too. She did die suddenly, and so she was very confused about that. Like when I just crossed her spirit over, it was like, wait, I'm dead, like that type of feeling. But she's definitely mad because she she feels like she passed and it was not her time to pass. Wow, that's deep. I mean, that seems like it could be a normal thing, but it's very deep. She just feels like it was unjust. She also feels like she left people behind that she is not ready. So I guess that's also normal, that she's not ready to leave you guys behind. But maybe you guys are like adult, you're not children anymore, you're adults now. Oh, I don't know if this is about grandchildren. She definitely very loving person, okay? It's very sad. Yeah. So this don't be afraid energy is telling you not to fear. Well, now that she's got, you came to the right person. I'm telling you, because other people probably wouldn't have been able to pick up on that. But your intuition was telling you, like, I don't think that she's settled. And that's why I was wondering if she had come to you in a dream, because, you know, that's one way that they do that. I think every spirit can communicate through dreams, or that's just what I've seen in my lifetime of being psychic. I am with the rest of the family. Yeah. So again, this is definitely, I don't know if there was like a miscarried child that she had or something, but maybe she didn't tell you about it. She's reuniting with a lot of people right now. She had a lot of burdens. Yeah. So I definitely feel like she is connected with the rest of the family. And I do feel like, she's saying that she doesn't want to incarnate until all of everybody's together again, which I don't know if you have a sibling, but could be talking about another person in your guys' family. Yeah, she wants to be remembered. Like, she wants to be remembered. She's showing me another time of her life when she's younger. She wants you to remember her from like when she was younger, and so that's, yeah, when you were a child, basically, when she was younger. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, is that everyone else has passed? Yeah, absolutely. She is with the rest of the family. Yeah. So your worry was legit, because again, she felt like she couldn't. Oh my gosh, this is so sad. Says, I was met by so many loving people. This is exactly what we're talking about. But before, she didn't want to cross over because she didn't want to leave you. And there was actually a cord connecting you two together. But with her being crossed over, it's crazy how fast it changes. And this person, like, she's going to be watching over you every day. I mean, I really get that vibe. I was feeling kind of like a spirit guide, but like an unofficial spirit guide. Like, she's not going to incarnate. She could very well incarnate and back into the family. A lot of people will go into the same family, but she's not going to do that because she wants to wait. And maybe she said something like that when she was alive too, that she's, she's not, that she wants everybody together basically. So that was her fear. But the good thing is that when she passed away, she didn't have the belief of, I did so many, like, well, the people that end up in hell, they have beliefs about that. They also have like a lot of bad things that they've done. So they get dragged down. She pretty much didn't create a whole bunch of negative karma, like in her life. You know what I mean? So when she passed, it was like basically on neutral. She didn't have anything negative coming for her, but she still wasn't ready to pass over until she wanted to wait until, but she understands now that she doesn't have to wait. Yeah, we will be together again. She's going to come to you in your dreams. Absolutely. Yeah, she just wants to make sure that you guys are going to be okay. And I don't know if you have children, but I was hearing something about grandchildren, just like it being just so important. You have nothing to feel guilty about when it comes to this situation, even though it does feel like it doesn't feel, I mean, there is something with death that has to do with fate, but it can be manipulated. I don't know if she had somebody that was unhappy with her. I just get that it was like happened so suddenly. I am surrounded by loving animals. Okay, so there's also deceased pets that she's with as well. Which, yes, all dogs and animals pretty much, they do have a soul. I didn't believe that at first because I didn't know. But then when my cat passed and I saw my cat spirit in my house and felt it, I was like, oh my God. Like, she passed in her sleep. Yeah, you do have 2 kids. So yes. Okay. She was worried. So it was you. She was worried that you were unhappy with her. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. She's very much invested into your children and like literally thinks that is like, maybe your children are generational curse breakers. Yeah, I am so glad that you came here. So yeah, you keep having umbilical cord pop up in your head. Well, yeah, because she's your mother, so you guys are connected by the umbilical cord. But there is like a chakra that's right here, and it has to do with relationships and basically being connected to the universal womb. So yeah, that's definitely where it was. Yeah. Yeah, her mom raised you and she struggled with that. Okay, this makes so much sense. This makes so much sense. Yeah, that's why she was worried that you were going to be upset with her. And then she also she felt guilty about passing, but like she was still in some type of days before she was crossed over. It says that there's no such thing as death. And obviously we do know that is actually true. There is no such thing as death. And if you can learn to alchemize energy, you can literally, and this is why like Saint Germain lives forever. And I know that's a legend, but alchemy is real. I've seen people that are like probably 105 years old and they know how to alchemize energy and they look like they're 50. So again, it's like if you know how to alchemize and heal death, basically, yeah, you are good. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's still traumatizing. Even, it's still traumatizing to lose somebody, especially when it's one thing if somebody's like sick and they're going to pass, but that's not the situation. This situation was literally suddenly. And so, yeah. Yeah, I know everything tonight is like so, and it says there is no such thing as death. I am not dead. That's the Holy Spirit right there. Wow, I just got chills. See? So again, now where in life sometimes when people pass away, you get to learn more about them and you get to learn who they truly are. For me, because I'm a medium, I literally, when people pass away, I get to know them better than I did when they were alive. You may feel in your dreams, like I'm picking up on that, you may have dreams where you guys are interacting, and all of that is to bring healing, you know. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. She still wants you to be happy, healthy, and okay. I mean, she's always wanted that for you. And so she just hopes that you don't judge her for not being a present mother, like for putting the part of parenting, because she does love you, you know, for putting the part of parenting. And she's saying that getting to that the grandchildren thing, like that really made a difference. Getting to have grandchildren was one of the greatest blessings, you know. Yeah. Yeah. I think that she's sad that her journey was cut short, but she did pass in her sleep. I'm getting something with the brain. So it could have been very traumatic for her, you know. Yeah, no judgment, good. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Because if you think about it, if she was a real selfish mom, and this is the thing, is that mothers that give their children up for adoption, or they have the grandparents raise a child, welcome in whoever's coming into the chat. That a lot of the time that action is done from a place of love, because again, she didn't want to destroy the beautiful creation that she created, and she knew that her parents raised her to be okay. She didn't feel confident in being a mother at either, you know, if it was the age or whatever the situation. But yeah, she didn't feel confident in being a mother. So she knows that you're such a better parent than she was able to be. But she feels like she's still going to be able to be there for you, because she's like, yeah, I'm not dead. Maybe my body is gone, but my spirit still, oh my gosh, it's like overwhelmingly. I had to leave that way. And it says, although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. I feel like your children are generational curse breakers. And so that's why it's so important. And it says, there is no time where I am, time's only on the earth. And again, reaffirming, I always give you a good night kiss. Yeah, she's around you when you sleep. So you're going to definitely be connecting with her in the dream state. And again, you may get to know parts of her that, that you didn't know when she was alive, basically. And she's just glad that you don't blame her for not raising you, if that makes sense. Because she kind of blamed herself a little bit. Yeah, she loved you enough to make sure that you were good regardless of what it did to her. That's exactly it. Yeah. Her being stuck and scared and worried. Well, she was stuck, but now she's in the light. So she's much better now. And yeah, you'll get to actually have dreams about her and connect with her. Okay. All right. Shambhavi. Will Malay unblock and contact you? Okay. So let's see. And I don't even know how to say your screen name. That looks so. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'm so glad that I was able to help you with that. Okay, so let's see. Zerzomnia. Zomina? I don't know. I probably butchered that. Okay, is this person going to unblock you? What happened? Why did they block you? Do you know why they blocked you? Oh, you're from India. I love India. Oh my gosh. Love India. I mean, I've never been there, but I just really like Indian food, and I like the culture, and I really like Hinduism. And I think that people that are from India are so kind. Everybody I've met has been so awesome. Oh, Shambhavi. Okay, I'll call you Shambhavi. That's much easier. Okay, so this person that blocked you, do you know why they blocked you? This feels kind of random. Temperance. They're trying to use temperance right now. So, you know, the angel of temperance represents a Sagittarius energy, but it also represents an archangel, Archangel Michael. When somebody's trying to use temperance, they're basically trying to gain control over when to give and when to not give, right? To a relationship, to a situation. It all could also be how much to drink, how much to eat, that type of stuff. So this person's using temperance when dealing with you. Maybe they're afraid of being hurt. Look at this. The Lover's the second card. Oh my gosh. So yeah, they're basically restricting themselves from loving you for some reason with this Lover's card. Wow. I'm seeing a lot on this card. I'm seeing this person in the background. You broke up a year back and you haven't seen anyone in all this time. Oh my goodness. Well, don't sit around and wait. Since this person's using temperance and with you, I would literally not sit around and wait for this person. He contacted you on the 17th of April where he asked you quite a time that you've been seeing somebody, but then blocked again. Yeah. Okay. So he's also using whoever he's seeing, whoever this person is seeing, they're also using temperance with that person. I feel like this person, they feel like they miss you. That's what I'm picking up on, but they're in a toxic relationship with somebody. Who is this other person? Whoever else they were dealing with is like extremely controlling and possessive. So it could be that this person's like, if you don't block them, like whatever, you know. I get kind of that whatever energy. 8 of Wands. This is a crossroads. So I do feel like this person's at a crossroads. The thing is that this lover energy, this lovers is not going anywhere. This person still has feelings for you. And maybe things didn't work out because of family, religion, whatever, if a cultural difference or even a personality difference, whatever this was, this breakup that you had in the past. Okay, I'm going to say it like this. The person that he was just recently with, that he's also using temperance with right now, that he never felt for that person the way that he felt for you. Okay. Yeah. Personality difference. That's exactly it. So, but still, even the person that he's seeing now or was just recently seeing, because again, they're like an off and on energy. That's why this person's using temperance. This person cannot fall in love with that person the way that they fell in love with you, if that makes sense. So the connection is just, you can't compete where you don't compare. And so this person may always be looking back, remembering this great love. See that person in the background? We're just remembering. The sun, this is illumination. I mean, this illumination and this crossroads is going to lead this person to make a new choice. And I do feel like you are much more compatible than the other energy that they were dealing with. I mean, this other energy has put this person through some shit. Like I was saying, they're possessive and karmic. And I feel like I don't feel like this person's karmic, but I feel like whoever they've been dating recently is a karmic. The Hermit. Yeah. See, this person's like literally retreating and isolating. And that's why they're using temperance. So again, this person, I just heard they may contact you from another screen name, or they may have another screen name or another social media profile. But they're going to definitely isolate and most likely contact you, because the thing is that this person could try to be with other people, but that feeling of that very deep love that existed between you two is not going anywhere. And that's the thing, is that he doesn't have any, it's like mainly superficial with this other person. 3 of Cups. So yeah, him going within is going to bring about a decision. Once he makes a decision, this 3 of Cups, this support, collaboration, abundance, and celebration, it's like a harvest coming in basically, and people getting to celebrate together. Yeah, he chased you for 3 months is exactly it, to say yes to him. Absolutely. But there was a way that he was thinking that was really kind of a block. The way that he thinks about things, he blocks himself. Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're definitely this Queen of Cups energy. You're the preferred love choice for sure. So, but I would never tell anybody to sit around and wait for somebody, because he's going through this hermit mode where he's going to be isolating and, going within to find out how to bring about this abundance and change and what he wants. So, you being there and still attracting him in is going to be the way to go. Again, I think that somebody else was messing with this person's free will. Like, I pick up on this other possessive karmic weird energy that is extremely jealous of you. This other person does know about you and they're jealous because I'm telling you, he can't get over this love. This love is not going anywhere. And she can sense that. I mean, other women know when somebody else is in love with another person. You know what I'm saying? So I would keep your communications opened, even though he's blocked you. Maybe he'll unblock you. He eventually possibly will, but he's going to have to go through some type of fight with this karmic, and you don't want to be present for that. But when he does come back to you, I do feel like he's either going to contact you from another screen name or profile or something, or he's going to unblock you. But I'm never going to tell you to sit around and just wait for somebody, okay? Because trust me, you have the more divine energy. If he doesn't figure that out and get it together, which I know he's going to go through a process, then you deserve somebody that's on an equal level, right? But the levers did pop out for you guys. So, okay. So the next one, Tushar wants to know if you will pass the semester exam and the semester itself. Okay. So I'm definitely picking up on fear. You're so welcome. I hope that helped you. I'm picking up on fear, but I'm also picking up on procrastination. So is there a project or something that you've procrastinated with? Or is this just studying in general that's I'm getting the energy of procrastination. Okay, absolutely, Lilith, of course. Yeah, so we'll do yours next, and then that'll be studying is the procrastination. Okay, so again, if you take everything that you need to study and you basically break it up into sections, you're going to do much better by taking little baby steps each day rather than putting it off, because putting it off basically means you'll have to study all of it at once. So if you do it in little increments, you're going to be fine. I also get that you have the they're either packets or they're like these specific, maybe they're pop. You need to look at your whatever pop quizzes or whatever, when the teachers will come in and they'll not tell you that they're going to ask you some questions and do a quiz, and then they just do a pop quiz. I don't know what this pop quiz energy is, but you need to study whatever was on the pop quiz. Or if you have perpetual pop quizzes every once in a while that they do that. I'm just seeing some type of it looks like a pop quiz or a packet of papers with specific questions. Thank you so much, Lilith. Yeah, you guys make sure that you like the video. It would really, really help. But yeah, so what I'm saying is whatever these packets are, those questions are going to be on the test. Also, there is going to be something about calculations or logic interpretation. I would just read over the examples that you already have, because it'll be something similar to those. And then, take all of those packets that you have and break them up into sections and then go through those. And then anytime that the teacher tested you on anything, I wonder if you can have access to the tests. Okay, if you can gain access to the tests that you've already taken, like the little ones, that they give, then basically I would take those test questions and study those, because it's going to be either those exact ones, or it's going to be something similar to that, or it's going to be something that's on a pop quiz. But I don't know if you play video games or whatever this other thing is that you do. Oh, wow. You've got a really brilliant mind. But I would definitely tell you to just take 30 minutes a day, at least 30 minutes. I mean, we can't really demand ourselves to be committed to more than 30 minutes of intense study at a time. I just think mentally, right? And so this is definitely a mental thing. I don't feel like waiting until it's the weekend before the test and then studying for 3 days without sleeping. That's not a good idea. Okay. If you break the studying up and the things that you get wrong, make sure that you understand why you got it wrong, not just what the answer is, but why you were thinking the way that you were thinking. When you do that, it's, you're going to change the way that you take tests. Also, when you go through each question, if you feel drawn to a certain answer, there's a reason for that. A lot of times people will second guess what their first answer is, and their first answer was actually right. So listen to your intuition. And if it's an A, B, C, D test, and if it's not like, oh, write out this calculation or whatever, write out this solution, then literally you can go, okay, like using a pendulum. I mean, don't get out a pendulum in school, but you can literally, you could use a necklace as a pendulum to ask yes and no questions. You can go through, is it A? Is it B? Is it, when, especially on the ones that you don't know what the answer is, I go through and I go, okay, God, is the answer A? And I'll get a yes or a no reply back. Is it, and so resistance testing, is it A? Is it B? You can do that. I mean, obviously, it would be obvious if you're resistant testing, if you're standing there doing that. But developing a way to ask yes and no questions from your higher self and get an answer back, that's going to be the best way to guide yourself when taking a test, because sometimes the test questions can be very tricky. They can be like, I know. I'm definitely not giving cheating advice. This is using your intuition, because sometimes they'll have like, it'll say all answers are correct. B, answers A and C are correct. D, all of the above or whatever. Like it'll just be like kind of tricky. So what I'm getting is that if you go through, and this is literally how I got through school, because I have a couple learning disabilities, you just go through each, especially on the ones that you don't know what it is, go through each and then use your intuition. And that's probably, and also pray, pray, pray. Yes. Okay. I did know somebody in high school that used to carry a crystal around in their backpack, and they swore, and it was like just a pink Himalayan salt crystal. Like this was not even like a real crystal. It was just like Himalayan salt. Anyways, she swore, I was like, how she was getting these high ass scores on her tests, like, like over 100%, which how do you even score that? She literally had this crystal in her backpack. And I'm like, you're joking, right? Like, you're really going to help me study, right? She's like, no, I really just use the energy of this crystal, and I just make my intention set that I'm going to pass this test and I'm going to get a really high score. And it worked for her. So again, like prayer, yeah, lucky her for sure. I was like, what? So again, prayer, she was very smart though. But praying before the test, okay? A Psalm 91 would probably do it, but praying and checking in with spirit, I would always pray before a test anytime that you're going to be tested, so that you're led to the correct answer. Okay, if you got one more, and then we're going to answer Lilith's question. But yeah, that's what I would do. Okay, so go ahead and ask that question that you have. If you have one more, you're probably typing it in right now. And then Lilith will be the last person today. So. Okay. So Lilith, you can ask your question, and then if Tashar, oh, there we go. It's about your future. You want to go for CDS exam, okay, and GATE exam, which will Okay, hold a better future for you. Okay. Okay, awesome, Lilith. Okay, so let's see. So I'm hearing that is this something like, what does CDS stand for? Is that, I'm getting that there may be two different avenues that you can go down. Oh, it is two different. It's a gate exam. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Okay. Defense exams for the Air Force. Okay, yeah, yo, that's really compatible for you. That's really compatible. So I would definitely go for that. Gate is for engineering. Okay, so that's what I was seeing. I was literally seeing you develop something, or you designing something, or blueprints. Like, I definitely, that's why I was wondering what the CDS is. But yeah, the Air Force feels actually really compatible. And again, you may end up developing, I don't know. It could be anything from like engineering new weapons to new technology for the Air Force. I mean, I feel like you're going to have, if you go this route, you're going to have your schooling paid for, which is really what you want, because trying to become yeah, you're at a crossroads right now with the Eight of Wands, trying to become an engineer without having your basically your schooling paid for would be very expensive, right? And this way you'll get to actually be trained in, physical hand-on experience. You want to become the best jet pilot? Yeah, that's awesome. I totally support it. I think that you're going to do great at that. Literally. Look at this, 8 of Cups. So there is something, you're at a crossroads where you're going to have to walk away from something to get to this goal. I don't know if it's a fear that you have or whatever, but it could be a fear. So yeah, when I see the 8 of Cups, it just means that you're like, this person's walking away, but see how they're looking to the stars? I feel like you're in that energy right now where you're like, okay, I think that you're figuring it out. The 3 of Pentacles, look at this. Look at this person. I feel like this is going to be your energy designing something. So the 3 of Pentacles is a good sign that this will be a fruitful endeavor. It'll also be something that really takes you on as career-wise. Like this is going to be something you do for the next, 20, 30 years or something like that. And so, yeah, you're also very intelligent. 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups, look at this. She's like smirking, but she's like, yeah, this person is happy. The 9 of Cups is about getting your dreams and your wishes fulfilled. So I definitely agree that you also may end up meeting a love interest in the Air Force. The Emperor. So literally, you could be in Emperor energy, which is boss mode. Like, definitely. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Wow. So engineering does have more avenues than the Air Force. I definitely agree that it does. It does have a lot more avenues, but it may be like camaraderie. I don't know. I just get that you're going to make lifelong friends in the Air Force if you choose to go that route, and you'll have your finances paid for. It'll help you become this Emperor energy. And again, the Emperor is somebody that's in control of their self, their emotions, their finances, like all that good stuff. So yeah, when I see the 9 of Cups, your dreams, if you really want, if your dream is truly to become the best jet pilot, that could, you're going to achieve that. Whatever your dream is, you're somebody that has so much tenacity. Tashar, you have a lot of tenacity that you will just keep going no matter what. So yeah, I definitely feel like this is going to be successful for you. Yeah, this 5 of Pentacles energy, basically, if you follow your dreams, you will not be left out in the cold. Okay. And I'm getting that this is like, you just have a fear of failing at something, and it's something that's been with you your whole life, this fear. I don't know if you ever faced the 5 of Pentacles before, where you felt casted out or abandoned, or even homeless or whatever, but I'm getting that like that's something that's, look at how it's behind the Emperor. It's something that's behind you now. Whatever the insecurity was, because the Five of Pentacles could mean a lot of different things. Okay, what else? Is there anything else with that? Oh, yeah. So basically, if you start working towards this goal now, you're going to reach it. Look at the Ace of Wands. This is a helping hand. Okay, good. Yeah. For Air Force, yeah. You will become the best. I absolutely believe that completely. The Ace of Wands is just showing you that, yeah, look at this butterfly. That's, the butterflies could be a symbol for you about taking flight. You know, there is something that's like very euphoric about possibly being somebody that flies jets. Like, well, this is what I'm seeing is like jets that go up and they, you know, they do tricks and shit in the air, like loops and stuff. The Four of Swords, yeah. So basically, this will be putting an end to whatever stagnancy that you had in the past. Also, I feel like this boss energy is, you know, around you right now. So there could be somebody that ends up influencing you for the better. Like, you know, this could be somebody that teaches you how to fly, or this could be somebody that you meet in the educational part right there where they're designing something. I mean, that would be pretty exciting and pretty fun. So I also get that. So yeah, the Air Force, you know what I'm being reminded of, I'm trying to think of the name of the movie, but Tom Cruise is in it. And oh my gosh, he's flying. He's in the Air Force, but he's flying for the Navy. And anyways, I can't remember the name of it. Wait, is it Top Gun? It's not Top Gun. Oh, okay. You'll have to Google if you don't know about the movie that I'm talking about, you'll have to Google Tom Cruise pilot movie, because there is like two of them. There's actually two of the Tom Cruise movies. I forget what it's called though. You're going to love that. You're going to absolutely love that. Okay, Lilith, let's ask your question. How did these get all turned upside down? Oh my gosh, why can I not remember what the name of that movie is? It's like such a freaking popular movie. So last few days, snakes have been coming out of the woodwork. Metaphor. Okay. Because I was definitely visualizing like snakes coming out of a shed or something. Okay. Okay. I know my ass is honey, but still, haha. Yeah. Okay. No, you're fine. Let's look and see. Okay. So there, sometimes when we make, this is why like the future is never for sure set on just one possible outcome. It has multiple possible outcomes. So what I'm seeing is that first of all, this is the year of the snake. So this is the year that all of the snakes in your life will be revealed. Like they'll not only come out of the woodwork, but they'll strike at you, right? Metaphorically. Why that's happening? Yes, the movie is American made. Absolutely. I literally just don't remember what it's called, but it's like really popular. And it's got Tom Cruise, and he flies jets for the Navy, and he goes up to Mach 10 and then like passes out, but he always makes it and stuff. It's like a really, really good movie. Like, and there's two of them. I wonder if it's called Top Gun. I don't know what it's called though, but yeah, it's so good. It's like one of my, and it, Maverick. Thank you. It is Maverick. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Confirmation. Yes, it's Maverick. And then they have a second movie to it. Then they did the second movie years later, but it's still so good. Oh my God. The best movie. Yeah. If you guys haven't seen that, you'll have to check that out. And I keep hearing about the show called Black Mirror. I'm going to check that out and I'll let you guys know how it is. But yeah, I keep hearing that there's so many spiritual symbols in that. You're very welcome. Okay, so yeah, so basically see this new aeon. This is a new aeon, which means in the past, these snake people, and I'm not really calling them reptilians, but they are you know, they are serpent-like, straight up. Okay, in the past, there was something within you that kept you from seeing who these people truly were, right? You didn't see this debauchery energy that they were in, basically. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah, yeah. You probably did live in the 1800s. But this debauchery energy, you didn't know this about these people. This new aeon is basically enlightening you to the, I want to say, like, fuckery that other people have been on. And the thing is, Lilith, you're so gifted, you're so kind, and you're so beautiful that basically you have other people that see that, have you ever heard of being called a triple threat, where you're smart, you're funny, and you're beautiful? Like, people see you as this triple threat, so they're intimidated by it, but they're also like drawn to it. So it's kind of like you're drawing these people, you're drawing the snakes out of the woodworks for sure, by being more aware about and enlightened to yourself about these works that you do. I literally feel like you create miracles and experience miracles on a day-to-day basis. You're also getting a lot of angel numbers, and the angel numbers are telling you to tap in to this work that is going on, because it's like your light's drawing these dark people out so that you can look at them. Yeah, all these randos waiting to leech. Exactly. That's exactly what it is, because, you know, they see these good works that you do and this energy that you have, and then they want to possess that for themselves. But again, like, they don't want to do the work. So also, you might want to check your birth chart. Make sure you're not going through a solar return. Solar return will happen usually sometime in your 30s, and it just depends. Like, you can put it, basically, they have solar return birth chart calculators, I think, online. That's how I figured out it was my solar return, because all of a sudden it was like everybody that I knew turned on me and like attacked me, and I was like, what the hell? And I was literally living in a delusion thinking that people liked me, right? And so it was like almost, it lasts like about 3 weeks, the solar return, but it will flip everything upside down. So I am getting like something astrological is going on, but also this is a new aeon. And these people that were already leeching on you, they were weighing you down because they engage in debauchery. And that's why you have to be careful who you have around you. But some of these people were like neighbors and stuff, like people that you just would have never suspected to be on devil time. Yeah. Oh, you've been through the solar return. Okay. Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing is that these people want to ride you and these works that you do into the kingdom of heaven. And these people, why they have to be eradicated right now and why God's bringing them to the forefront is because you literally cannot take these people with you. But these people want to go with you into the future, right? Into the higher dimensions, but you can't take these people with you. Even though your works are creating miracles on the planet for people, it still doesn't change the fact that these people operate in debauchery. And so they could have been trying to bring about an ending. Again, death doesn't mean always physical death, but they were definitely trying to leech onto your good deeds or your good karma or something, and then ride you into the kingdom of heaven. That was their plan, like literally, was to attach themselves to your good fortune. But that's not successful because God watches over the gates. I mean, obviously, if you're allowed through, and you are right here with this Queen of Cups, You are beloved by the universe, you know, and then this change that's coming in, it may be a drastic change because you're seeing the dual nature in people. This is because you have the high priestess energy within you. And not only that, you're valiant, which means you do help, you defend other people, especially like people are inspired by you, but then they're also a bit envious of you. And they want you to go backwards and engage in this like lower vibrational whatever with them, right? They want you to be the person that you used to be, like when you were in your South Node way long ago, which was still not even an accurate version of yourself. So there could be people from the past, right? But they're seeing you go through this change and become this beautiful person. And like you've always been beautiful. And these people see that and they just want to be around it. It's almost like they can't help it. And look at this snake. See how this change card is actually a snake biting its tail, but it's like doing the infinity sign with the yin yang. That's, you know, this is these people revealing their true selves to you is actually bringing about balance in your life. And it's bringing about protection. You definitely have something swirling over your head that's watching to make, yeah, somebody was trying to attack this crown that you have. Because again, you're in a position of authority being the high priestess here. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But, you know, these people, their tactics are always the same. It's like, it's just not working in this new aeon. And so these people, they're frustrated because what they're doing is not working. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's your crown. And the thing is that these people act like you just are like these people think that you just act entitled and in a position of authority, not realizing that you had to get that crown out of the mud yourself. You didn't have somebody come in and clean up the mess for you. You actually had to go dig it up yourself and put it on your head. These people don't know what that's like. Whatever they were doing underneath the moon has failed. I mean, they really tried it. Like you've had somebody been trying to steal your destiny for a freaking long time, and it's like literally never worked. Yeah, they act like that's exactly it. They feel like they're entitled to your energy and to your time. And I disagree with that. I completely disagree with that. I don't feel like anybody is entitled. If anything is entitled to our time and our praise and our worship, it's God. But besides that, nobody else is entitled to that. But these people feel like you owe them something. Why do they feel like that? They feel like because you're in good fortune and because God favors you, that you owe them something or that they can just take from you and God will replace it. That's not the point, though. Yes, God's going to, if anybody was trying to take anything from you, most likely God's not going to let them take it. They're going to get dummy blessings and not even take what they want. Secondly, like they have to pay for that. You know what I mean? It's not just because God will always reimburse you doesn't mean it makes it right for these people to come in and try to steal. Yeah. You definitely, you know, the thing is that you create the sacred space wherever you go, but you know, that your light irritates somebody's demons and they really want, somebody is so frustrated. They're like trying to steal your destiny. They really want this. So like I said, like these works, this is miracles that are being created. So yeah, I would continue to create miracles and do your cleansing, do your protection work. Eventually you want to be in a space where it's just yourself, and maybe an animal or something like that. But it is a them problem. It's absolutely their problem for sure. You're meant to live a life of luxury and you're also meant to have love in your life, right? And this Ace of Wands is here protecting you so that you can create what you want. Nobody's going to be able to take this from you. So, I mean, they could try, but it's basically futile. Like all of their attempts, my ear itches, is basically, so I wonder what it means when your ear itches. Oh, I know what it means. Somebody is talking about you right now as we speak. because my ear just got really hot and started itching. Yeah. So these people talk about you a lot. That's funny. Wow. There may be somebody also, I don't know if this is a close friend or a family member or they're like a sister energy. They really want to be you. They want to be just like you. Literally, this person wants to be just like you, but they're not. They're not you. Princess of Cups, you definitely have this royal lineage. And yeah, your ear itches all the time. Oh my gosh. So there is something there with that. Because if I'm picking that up empathically, then that's something that's happening. So yeah, when your ears get hot and they itch just like what mine just did, that's a sign that somebody is talking about you, and usually not in a good way, because it's like itching is an irritation. But I also feel like somebody doesn't want you to hear. They know that you hear from spirit. They don't want you to hear good news. Why? Oh, because pleasure, because you're going to live a pleasureful life. I don't feel like you're a hedonist or anything, or hedonist, however you say that. And if you guys don't know what that means, and I had to learn it, it's a hedonist or a hedonist is somebody that only seeks pleasure in life, and then they don't have anything other than pleasure that they're after, if that makes sense. It is definitely a them problem, but it's enlightening for you to know that you've got these people that are sending you this dumbass evil eye. I'm serious. They're freaking jealous. Well, okay. I will say that if from their perspective, I understand why they're jealous, because they're kind of losers. And I'm not trying to be rude, but they don't have the same they don't have the same like pizzazz. Like they don't have even a vigor for life, but they are looking at you and they're being inspired, but it's with envy rather than like wanting to come to the light, if that makes sense. So I would just be grateful. Thank God that basically you're getting, these people are revealing themselves to you before you allow them to get close enough to strike, you know. Yeah, the reason you think about them so often is because they're always talking about you. They need to really keep your name out of their mouth, because they're just not on the same level as you, and what they're saying is not even true. Yeah, losers. I know. This, like, from their perspective, I understand why they're jealous, because they're kind of losers. They don't have anything going for them, and they're not favored. And so, but that's not your problem. Like, I mean, I guess it's your problem because they're around you, but it's not your fault, if that makes sense. That was a weird sound. Yes, definitely projection for sure. So yeah, continue to protect yourself from these people, you know. Again, if somebody's wanting to be your best friend and they're trying to get all up in your energy and see what's in your space, I think that shit's weird. I really feel like people that want to be other people and they want to like get all up in there, I just think that's weird. Yeah, you know, you may end up sacrificing these relationships as people show you who they are, but you know, if they wanted to truly be your friend, they would not come in on this type of shit. Because you're over here living a pleasureful life, if that makes sense. Exactly. That's exactly it. And that's the honest to God truth, is every time they try to curse you or hex you, or even if this is unintentional evil eye, just because you live a better life than them, again, all of that stuff backfires, because all it ends up, and this is why it's their punishment. It's like them to see you in the Wheel of Fortune succeeding is literally a punishment that God's created for them. And that's why, yeah, you always get blessed 10 times more than anything else. It's like every time they try to curse you, God blesses you even more, so that their effect won't take, if that makes sense. So, but God's still going to let you see who these people are, so that you can turn away from them, because they don't want you in this new aeon. They want you to go backwards and become somebody that you're not. And you're just not somebody that is wanting to sit around and gossip and talk shit on people. Like, but they do that all the time. Yeah. Yeah, they cannot get through. That's the thing, is like they may be trying to leech now and attach, but they can't go where you're going. And that's because you're walking a divine path. These people are not divine in any way. These people that keep showing, and trust me, when they rear their head up like that, yeah, cut out any of the lies. Yeah, when they rear their big serpent head up and they strike at you, literally, that's just you going like, okay, this is just another person that I don't need in my energy, because they're showing me their true colors. So I'm going to definitely believe what they're showing me, because that is true. They cannot hold this envy within. They're just like, they want to explode over it. And I really feel like it's ridiculous, because you're just like anybody else. Like, you have a special destiny, but you also have been through stuff. Like, it's not like your life has just been, sugar plums and lollipops, if that makes sense. So I don't know what these people are thinking, that you just have, like, we're born with a silver spoon or what. But that's, and maybe their entire life, or however long they've known you, that's the way they've seen things. But again, I don't feel like you've had it super easy. You just work really hard. So yeah, you're very loved, but that love and favor that comes from God, that makes other people feel uncomfortable for some reason. I mean, other people that are not like favored, it makes them feel very uncomfortable. So it's a little bit of an energy battle that you just got to go through with these people. But as long as you stay prayed up, they're not going to be able to do anything other than talk. And again, when they're meaningless people, so what they say, spirit doesn't even listen to. So it's like definitely different than if you or I would speak, then spirit would listen. But because these people, they're just, you know, the thing I don't understand about jealousy and envy, yeah, you walk with Jesus right by you. It's just like, I don't understand people that are jealous and envious and want to be like somebody, but then they talk shit about that person. Like, that's just weird to me. It doesn't make any sense. But that's the type of people you're dealing with. So you're going to be all right, though. You're going to be more than all right. Just by you knowing the fact that every time that they try to curse you, you get blessed. Like, that's a blessing in itself. It is ironic. The fact that God's punishing them and forcing them to see you rise is like the worst punishment for them. But it's hilarious. Inhale courage and exhale fear. Yeah, you really don't need to be afraid of these energies. These energies need to fear you. Let all that negativity melt away. This little cute kitty at the spa. I'm so proud of you guys. You rock. See, the fact that you guys do the right thing, I'm so proud of you guys. And again, even if you guys were to make a mistake, it's okay. Like, it's always okay. Yeah, not afraid, just bored. Exactly. Yeah. Well, these people definitely, let's do this. Yes. That cat's so excited. I am worthy of long-term and loving companion. Absolutely. I was seeing pets for you as well. Yeah. Yeah. It is annoying to have to cut with the tongue, but the same thing is like, that's what the snakes are going to try to do. They're going to just try to say anything to make you look behind yourself or go backwards. And no, in Psalm 91 is where it says, you will trample, you will step on, basically, you will stomp the lion and the cobra. No, you will walk on these serpents. And that's what they're experiencing. The question isn't who's going to let you, it's who's going to stop you. Nobody. Literally nobody. And you are the most beautiful when you love yourself. These people literally don't know how to love themselves. And so maybe that can be something that they learn from you. Okay, ask your last question, and then I'm going to let you guys go. So we're like at an hour and 44 minutes. But send it in as fast as you can. What does this one say? You have what it takes. Literally, you absolutely have what it takes. And don't let anyone ever dull your sparkle. Okay. Because literally that's what these people want to do. They want a taste of that. They want a taste of what it feels like to be you, Lilith. That's what it is. And I'm serious. Don't let people dull your sparkle. Don't think that you need to hide yourself away just because people are envious. Think of yourself as like a living example of how other people should be, right? And then when you live as that leader, because you are a leader, obviously if you got all these snakes following you, you're leading yourself somewhere. And where you're going, they cannot go. Because God said no. I am naturally charming. Absolutely. You are capable of amazing things. I was saying miracles, but yeah, literally. Find your voice and shout it from the rooftops. Yeah, never let these people feel like you need to be quiet or to hide your success. Just be yourself, you know. And again, if you being your authentic self rubs somebody the wrong way, then so be it. I'd rather have you be your authentic self than, you know, than be like everybody else who's most people are like people pleasers. Malay told you on call on 17th. Okay, he has not touched a girl after me. That's what his sentence was. Maybe he is talking stage. Yeah, they definitely want to drag you to their level. And that's why I'm saying, like, you're not going backwards. You don't look over your shoulder. You trust the divine and where God. I hate when YouTube does that, and I have no control over it. I like most of the things on YouTube. But anyways, I'm trying to not to let it really bother me. Like, it bothered me so bad yesterday. I was just like, oh, okay. So he says that he's not touched another girl after you. Well, I mean, that's saying quite a bit. So yeah. I mean, like I said, that it's definitely still in love. Definitely still in love. So I don't get that he's lying, but you know, I still wouldn't sit around to wait for somebody to choose you. They got to get their shit together. The best thing you could do for this person is to pray for them so that they get led to the light or get led to the truth. Okay. That's what I'm going to say is going to be the best thing, because we can't control the actions of other people. We can only control our actions and the way that we react to other people's actions. It's kind of tricky. But once you get control over that, then it doesn't matter what goes on in your reality, because basically you have control over it. And that's where I want you guys to be, where you're leaning on God the most and giving these situations to God, especially when something feels like it's too big for you. When I feel like things get too big for me, I'm like, okay, I obviously looking at it from my ego, my little self perspective. I need to bring this, whatever it is that's going on, to the greater part of me to then, you know, basically look at it again. So yeah, you know, I feel like if he said that, I don't feel like it's a lie. But again, I still would not sit around waiting for somebody to choose you, right? Okay. All right. Thank you guys for making it to the ending of this reading. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Please make sure you guys are subscribed, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff, so you know that every time that I go live. All right. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. And until the next reading, peace be with you guys. Have a good day. Yeah, absolutely. Tomorrow is another day for another chance. So I'll see you guys tomorrow or whenever I'm back on here. All right. Bye.